what I'm asking. I don't know.
No, I've never seen it, but
What was your freshman? Was it Odyssey?
Yeah, it was Odyssey.
We had the conversation today, and I broke it to the 8th graders that they're going to have a reading requirement. And they were shocked. I said, well,
Odyssey wasn't that bad of a book.
time to,
Odyssey's a great
I told them that.
It's quite easy. Very simple. It's a great book.
All right. I don't remember where we left off, but basically we'll just open it up and we'll do any question.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Your medicine failed.
She's an e-learner.
Thank you.
I
hope her mom didn't come to pick her up.
I was going to say, yeah. I have the answers. At least I think I have the answers. If I had the answer, here they are. I have the answers. Do I? I have one of the answers. What did I do with them? I got them somewhere over here. I'll give you the answers so you have something to go home with to practice at the end here. All right. We're going to start off with Ben. Pick one. It doesn't matter, calculator, non-calculator. Obviously, let's do one that we haven't done yet.
Our bed becomes an agent of chaos.
Did any of you open it up and look at the answer sheet this morning?
Yeah.
What did you notice?
I noticed they're all filling the bubble.
No. There's 5 of them, I think. Maybe it was 7. It was either 5 or 7 of them had you had to write in the answer.
I barely looked at it.
So
yeah, I told they were asking for your race, and there was just letters in there. I'm like,
right.
How do you say what race you are? Like I can be.
Those are questions that we don't worry about as mathematicians. All right.
How about we go in numerical order? Number 8.
Number 8 on what? Section 3 or section 4?
3.
Okay, number 8 on section 3.
Oh yeah, we never did 8. All right.
Did not do a number 8. Go the other way. All right, so there's a table there. It's hard to tell if it's going to be hard or easy. Rachel's cost for automobile maintenance and fuel are shown below the table. Okay, something per mile. There's a rate. In addition to fuel maintenance, Rachel pays $1,000 for insurance. The equation C, I assume for cost, in dollars is that times X plus 1,000, where X is the number of miles driven per year. What does the slope of the graph of this function represent? Yeesh. So slope is rise over run, right? So we just need to figure out, they're talking about units here, what the heck is going on? So let's see. Where is the slope in that equation? Where is the slope? Physically, where is it? No, I don't mean that. I mean, look at the equation. Where is the slope? What? Yeah, it's what's inside parentheses. So basically what they're asking is, what's inside the parentheses? So what is inside the parentheses? Cost of maintenance and fuel. So the slope, which is the number attached to X, would represent the cost of maintenance and fuel. Therefore, good Lord, was that easy or what? All right. That wasn't very challenging, but it literally took us about a minute or two. And it really took us a minute or two because we had to do some reading. I hate that question because it feels like I burned 2 minutes doing something that it didn't really tax me too much.
Yeah, I'm never gonna get that moment back in my life.
Yeah. All right. You're up, McKinley.
All right.
Like I said, there was only 1 or 2 questions on this entire thing that I would think that you guys might not be able, when I looked over this practice test, just 1 or 2 things that I didn't think you'd be able to do. What's up? 25 push-ups for disturbing my class and asking for a pencil. Oh, we'll do 25 push-ups. Do the push-ups first, because I'm not sure if you can do 25. Ooh, look at him go. He's going to get 25. There's some kids that can't do 25 push-ups. All right, where are we at, McKinley?
Let's go for calculator.
Calculator 14. We did do, in the 10th grade class, we did do a couple where the calculator was required because the numbers were really ugly. We're back to Rocco. What, didn't we get some other formulas for Rocco? Yeah. All right. So we got this one formula for miles per gallon. Y is miles per gallon, M miles, G gallons. And this is the thing that we did the cost the other day. And now we're on 14. Oh, I like this one. Looks like you would need a calculator. It turns out this is ridiculously easy if you just read it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Do you remember the data we got from yesterday?
Yeah.
He had already saved up 3,500. He's already got 3,500. He needs to get to. Do you remember from yesterday?
Yeah,
He needs to get to. It's right here. He needs to get to 5,300. I'm just getting that from next to right above question 12 where it says the stuff. So he needs to get to 5,300. He's got 3,500. He needs to get to 5,300. So does he need to be at $3,500, less than $3,500, more than $3,500, or 53? What am I saying? 35. What does he need to be?
It needs to be more than.
Or equal to, one of the two. Okay. He can't be less because then he ain't getting that car.
That's very easy.
So it's question. What do you think the answer is? Where did the 150 come from? We did calculate that yesterday. Remember, he makes 15 bucks an hour or something like that, but he saves only 10. Is that right?
No, he works 15 hours a week.
15, he saves 10. That's what it is. Okay. So 15 out, and where do we get the 150 from? Because that would be 15 times 10. Okay. So we couldn't have done 14 without reading the previous one, but this one, there's no math for this one. Literally, we've already done all the math on the previous one. All right, Jack.
Choose wisely.
$17, calculator, non-calculator?
Well, there's no 17.
All right, so before we do 17, it says, experts say vitamin C is a nutrient that provides many health. Great, that's a worthless sentence. The amount of vitamin C in milligrams found in 100 grams. Okay, it's already getting confusing. The amount of vitamin C in milligrams in 100 grams of fruit. So we got 100 grams of fruit, and there's a certain milligram of vitamin C is in the table below. So 100 grams of fruit, and it looks like we should be eating. I have no idea what that word means, but it looks like we should be eating cherries, right?
Okay.
I don't even know what that even means. I've never heard that before. Have you?
Nope.
I've heard of black currants, never eaten one. I've heard of guava. I may have drank guava juice. Kiwi, yep, had that. Pineapple, yep, strawberry. Okay. And we want to do 17. The quantity of fruit contains an amount of vitamin C closest to the combined amount of vitamin C in 50 grams of cherries and 150. So basically, how many grams or milligrams of vitamin C are in 50 grams of the unpronounceable word cherries? So this is a calculator one because the numbers are ugly. So how many is that for the cherries? No. It'd be half.
Oh, yeah.
And to that, we need to, can you do that math easy without doing some division? Could you get the answer for the kiwi by multiplication?
Yeah,
Times 1.5. Okay. So the nice thing is on the graphing calculator, when you go to the next line down, you can still have access to the previous data. So do the 1.5 times, what is it? Kiwi. Okay, so do that, and then plus second and, or I just scroll up.
Yeah, or you just do second and then or you just press plus.
You could, and then just use some parentheses. Just be careful.
You just say plus because it'll automatically.
You can. Just be careful with the answer thing because it may or may not do by PEMDAS what you want it to do. Well, we only have 50 grams of cherries, so that's half of what the table has. So we got to take half of the milligrams of cherries and 1.5 times the number, what kiwis? Yeah, kiwis. Oh, by the way, what's the answer for 17? Let's see. Half of 1,600 is about 800, and 1.5 times kiwi would be 150, right? So 150 plus 800 is 950. I'm going to guess Jeez. Oh, it's even more complicated.
Oh,
Because look at the answers. Oh,
so it's gonna be
now we have the number of milligrams of vitamin C. Now we have to, oh boy, that hurts my head, right? So what did we get for a total? It was more than 800, wasn't it? 900. Okay, let's see if we can reason this out. Is 900 half of any of these numbers? Nope. So not, you got to go one at a time. Maybe there's an easier way, but which one you want to pick first? Okay, so 2,000 grams of black currants would be 188 times,
no, 181,
well, I'm sorry, 181 times
20.
20. Is that going to be the whatever number we're looking for? No. All right. How about guava?
8 times 220, 18 times 6,
Remember, we're looking for 900-ish.
1008. So maybe. And then
Well, what we already know the number. What's the number?
D, it's C,
Okay. Let's find out. Of course, it's always
because D would be 300.
to the end. It's never like the first one. Okay. All right. That's absolutely. Could you get lost in that one? Absolutely, positively.
I'm still lost.
Okay, so they're telling us we're not eating anything on the chart like exactly the numbers. This says 100 grams of fruit. We're not eating 100 grams of fruit. We're eating 50 grams of cherries. Well, 50 grams of cherries will be half of this milligrams of vitamin C, and we're eating 1.5 times the number of kiwi fruit. So we add those two together after we do that math, and that gives us the total milligrams of vitamin C we're consuming. But then when you look at the answers, it doesn't say how many milligrams of vitamin C do you get. That would be easy. They say that's the equivalent of eating so many grams of those fruits. So what we got to do is we got to go back to the table. And for instance, strawberries, if you eat 100 grams of strawberries, you get, I'm around 60 milligrams of vitamin C. So if you ate 600 grams, that would be times 10. That would be roughly, 600. Okay. What are what? Constants are just a number without a variable. All right. That was Jax. We're on Allie now. Allie, the 3-letter Allie. She doesn't like when I say A-L-L-Y.
She also doesn't like it when people call her Elena.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of used to it though.
It's Aliana, isn't it?
Yeah, but some people
Okay.
say Elena.
But people like that's.
I didn't even know it was Aliana until you told me this year.
I feel like it was frequently Elena. I don't really understand clear the why.
Right. Well, it could be, I guess, Elena.
Yes, but if you were 11 on
Non-calculator, number 11.
11 doesn't exist. Oh, it does. There it is.
It's after the fill in the blank. If the equation y equals that mess is graphed on the xy plane, find the value of its y-intercept. Okay, so this is regular kids ain't gonna get this.
I can get this.
You get to pre-calculus, this is like a daily occurrence. What do we know about a y-intercept of any function? Where is the y-intercept? Yes, I'm insulting your intelligence. Where is the y-intercept?
On the Y.
Well, what do you notice about any point on the y?
They all are up like this.
If I wrote coordinates, what would I write? I write 0, comma A, 0, comma B. So what do we know about anything on the y-axis?
It's always gonna start with
X.
0.
X is equal to,
0.
so guess what you do?
Put
Plug in
0 in.
zero.
Plug in 0 for X and see what you get. This is a ridiculously easy one,
Hooray.
and you're done. But like I said,
Yeah.
you don't know that, then you're looking at it like a hog looking at a wristwatch, right? They would say.
I could grab it. Really grab it.
There's even an easier way, and it's that you will find out that any function, as long as it's written in standard form, guess where the y-intercept always is? If it's
The
in
N,
standard
the
form,
last one.
it's going to be the last number.
So our N-
Y equals mx must be the same thing for all the other functions.
Hey, Mr. C, I did something really bad. I did 0 divided by 0, and now a wormhole is.
And now your calculator won't work.
Yeah.
All right, Anna, you're up.
Oh,
On.
this one.
Got it. We haven't gotten to a hard one yet. A group of 12 friends went bowling. They each rented shoes for $3 a pair. And 4 friends bowled 2 games each. I hate this question already. While 8 friends bowled 3 games each.
Oh, God.
Each game bowled cost each person the same amount. The total cost of shoe rentals and the games bowled was this. This is just a system of equations. What is the cost in dollars of each game bowled? Okay,
Okay, so it's
so we need some variables.
X and Y. 12 friends.
Variables. What are they going to represent? But what are the variables going to represent?
The variables are going to represent how much
number-
money they spent on their games.
The number of games played.
Hey,
And
so
cost.
N is going to be number of games. And what's the other one?
The cost. Or no.
Is
the
it
amount.
cost per games?
Amount of friends?
No.
No. They each
Two
rented
friends.
shoes.
What is the cost in dollars of each
No,
game
and
bowled?
then
So
what?
that's going to be a variable.
Shouldn't it be
Yeah,
shoes?
so the cost per.
So
game.
N is going to be cost, put C, cost of games, unless the other one's also cost. Is the other one cost as well?
No, the other one would be number of games.
Okay, so N number of games.
We already know the number.
Do we?
Not, you have to.
2 and 3. What?
Yeah, we know the number of games. There's got to be, maybe it's not a system of equations.
Come on.
Yeah.
All right.
Just do 2 12 equals 3. Dang it.
Let's just do 2 equations, one for the 2 games, one for the 3 games. Is that right? Or
So that's 12 times 3.
So
is
you
the
have-
cost for-
4 friends, 2 games each. So 4 times N, where N is the number of games, right?
Right.
Plus, we got to have their shoe cost. 4 times, we know shoe cost,
3. Yeah, 3.
$3. You sure? I'm taking your word at it.
It's right at the top there.
All right. Plus, now the other people get bowl. How many games?
They bowl 2,
Three.
2.
There's
2.
8. Wait,
4 friends bowl 2
oh
games.
yeah.
And then 8 friends, because isn't it a total 12? And then 8 friends bowled. Oh, it's a different N.
Well, don't you know what N is though?
2 and 3.
2.
Oh, no, N is the number of, or is the cost. So that's the same. So N times, because they bowled, I'm using the wrong number.
And it's-
It's not 8, it's 3, right?
Wait, but
No, it's
3
N.
wouldn't be the total amount
No,
of
it would be
games played.
2N.
If N is the cost of a game,
No, it would be 2N.
we
It's
had
2N.
how many friends bowl 2 games? How many friends actually bowled 2 games?
4.
4.
So 4 times 2
It's 8.
is 8. So this has to be 8N. All right, now we're going. And then the other ones, which was 8 friends bowled 3 games, that'd be 24. Is my math good?
Yeah.
Okay.
4N.
24N. Okay, cool.
Which becomes
Plus,
2N.
it's what, 3 friends?
No, it's 8.
Yeah, but we're doing shoe costs now. Then
Oh, so it's 8.
3 friends.
No, it's 8. You already did 4, so now it's 8.
Oh, it's 8. Okay, so 8 times another 3.
Yeah.
Is that's the shoes?
Yeah.
So shoes and shoes, right? 4 plus 8, 12. Okay. And together that all equals
No, 212.
212. All right. So this wasn't a system of equations. It was just a really ugly thing that we needed 6 people to figure out. Okay.
Awesome. This test is
I mean, that's half the problem here is that, even, as soon as I started getting into it, I was like, okay, I know what to do now, but it's like, you're going to make a mistake if you're not careful.
32N plus 36 equals 212, right?
So 32N plus what?
36.
12 and 24, 36 equals 212.
And then you subtract 36, you get 170.
76, 176. So 32 equals 176. Is that even 8?
32.
No.
32N.
Yeah, I'm divided by 32. This doesn't work out evenly. Oh, because it's dollars and cents, right? That would make sense. Because
It's not dollars and cents. Where's dollars?
it's what's the cost of one game.
Oh.
So it would make sense. All right, 176 divided by 32, 5?
$5.50.
You already did it?
Yes.
Okay. That wasn't bad. A lot of work. By the way, I probably would have spent 4 minutes on that one because I would have made a mistake and I would have to go back. Wait, I would hate to spend 5 minutes on that one right there and then make a mistake too. I'm not saying blow that one off, but I'm saying
The last one.
you can spend some time on one, even knowing what to do, and still not use your time wisely. Disregard the dollar sign, and it says question 13. This is non-calculator. 5.5. Look at us. And they were going to accept 11 over 2 as an answer too. So.
You could just simplify the fraction.
Yeah. All right. We're back to 10 on this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we finished with
Okay.
forever. Goodbye, Seth.
Oh, I'm not even going to. You guys do this one all by yourself.
Okay.
Use elimination. Use elimination.
We add them up together.
Yeah, but remember, you got to match. You got to match X's or Y's. So you got to scale or multiply both equations by different numbers. Make one positive, one negative. Oh, no, just multiply the top equation by 4. That'd be easiest.
Oh. 4 times 3.
64.
64 is 4 times 3. 4 times 3. You're actually right.
It was 64? Find the answers. I printed them out. Got enough for everyone. Oh, I tossed them. There they are. I don't want to hand them out right now because then you'll just look at the answer. I won't get a valid feeling for how we're doing here.
Thanks a lot, Jack.
Let's see. We multiply the top one by 4. We get 12x plus 4y equals 52. And on another one, 2x minus 4y equals 18. Add. 14x is equal to
14.
7.
Oh, yeah. I wrote 12. Oh, that's my mistake there.
Ooh, this one isn't going to work out nice.
Yeah.
Oh, it just says find the value for x. We don't have to mess with y. Okay, never mind. This will be fine. Just write as a fraction, reduce it. I'm thinking we had to get y as well, too.
Yeah, it's 5.
It's what?
5.
14 goes. Oh, it does go into. What do you know? I was thinking it didn't go evenly. It does go evenly. There you go. All right.
Wait, we're adding now? Oh, yeah, we are adding. Oops. All right, actually. So.
I was thinking 14 didn't go into 70. All right. Yeah. And like I said, you should eat that one up like no tomorrow. You see that one? Unfortunately, it's not an A, B, C, or D. So if you make a silly math mistake, you get it wrong, even though you know exactly what to do, and there's no partial credit.
What?
Mm.
But if I get the equation right, I'm at least halfway right. So.
All right. Who's next?
Yeah, I'm going to argue with the state.
McKinley.
Numbers.
We're done with non-calculator.
I don't like that part.
By the way, we've only used the calculator, I think, 2 times.
More graphs. I like graphs.
Really, you don't need to use your calculator on most of this. It's just nice to check.
It is nice to check, right?
Johnny wants number 7.
Nummer 7. 7. That's German for 7. The same word. Okay. Ooh. A lot of words there. A study was done to determine new cars' stopping distance and traveling at different speeds. The study was done on a dry road with good surface conditions. The results are shown below, along with the graph of a quadratic function. Does that look like it's quadratic? If it's quadratic, guess what we're missing? What is the shape of all quadratics? Parabola. Does that look like a parabola?
Yeah, we pick one part of it.
So you will learn in real world situations, the reason why they don't draw the whole thing is because, well, then you get some weird answers. Speed can't be negative, right? So in real world situations, they restrict the parabolas to the quadrant 1. Okay.
Technically, speed can be negative, going in the negative
Yeah,
direction.
going in the
Agreed. You're going to learn about this in physics.
It's not really negative. You're just still going the same distance.
Okay. So that is a parabola. According to the model, which of the following is the best estimate for the stopping distance in feet? If the vehicle is, oh my word, this is simple.
This is so easy.
They're just asking you to read the graph. So read the graph. Now, granted, what's halfway between 40 and 60? So it's not, I mean, use a straight edge if you want to be a bit more precise. So it's not exactly between 40 and 50. It's a little bit more, but you can kind of see from the answers.
It ain't 25, it ain't 30.
Well, what do you think it is?
It's gonna be C,
Why C?
because if it was B, then it would have to be.
That'd be over 60,
have to be over
right?
60, and it's 55.
All right, so this one isn't bad at all.
Okay, yeah, right.
No calculator needed.
Got
By the way, I mean, look how much text is there. All of that. This is not even, I don't even know if a third or fourth grader would get this wrong. I mean, all you have to do is read here type thing.
I feel like the only way you could possibly get it wrong.
Right. And like I said, I'm telling you, my other 9th grade class, we did this one as well too. I mean, half of them were like, no, this looks, I would always have them vote. Is this one you would attempt or not attempt? And, you know, a quarter to a half of them said, no, I wouldn't attempt this. And I'm like, don't assume just because it's got that much text that it's that hard. You got to, unfortunately, you have to put in the minute or so to read and try to see if you can get some understanding. All right, Allie. Jack. Next.
I can make myself more money.
We could do the 10th grade one if you'd like as well. I don't know if I have enough copies for that, but
They probably could. We don't have enough time.
just remember this is also called the PSAT 8-9. So it is literally made for 8th graders as well too.
Why are 8th graders taking
Colorado says no for PSAT 8, but I mean, so I'm saying the test is written knowing that there will be some 8th graders that take this. So that's why some are, but you have to be in Algebra 1 to take this test. You can't be in pre-algebra, take this and expect to do anything. Pick one.
I did. You just were talking to me.
Sorry. 20.
Let's see. 20 is
Ooh.
graph.
Oh, I did want to say this. Okay, so I've not taught you this. I'm going to teach it to you right now.
This is why I asked
You ready?
once.
This is called something called a piecewise function, right? Sort of, kind of. Do you see that the answer has 2 parts to it? So what it's saying is it's going to restrict the x values, or in this case, the a's or the b values. They're going to restrict it to 2 different criteria. So it's called piecewise because you basically break it up into little tiny pieces. We're going to consider when a or b could be this value, or a or b could be this value. Notice there's 2 of them for each one. Let me make that bigger. Okay. Line L is shown on the plane, so it's a line, right? It's not a curve. If the corresponding equation is y equals ax plus b, duh, right? Mx plus b, where a and b are constants, which set of these inequalities have to be true? First off, a is what? The slope or y-intercept? For me, when I get this one, I probably go immediately to the y-intercept. The y-intercept is what? Positive or negative? So that means the a or the b has got to be negative. The a or the b has to be negative. You just said the y-intercept was negative.
So the B has got to be negative.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
So we want a b negative. Which one of those has b being negative?
A, B, and C.
All right, well, that didn't help us much. But a little bit. Got rid of one answer. So this says b is possibly negative, right? This one says b is possibly negative. This says b is negative, and this says b is okay. So A, B, or C.
How many?
You see that?
Yeah, yeah.
Because I mean, clearly it's negative, and b is.
Hello, staff and students.
All right.
It's
Uh,
Friday.
Look at the line. Slope is positive or negative.
War Eagle time.
Positive.
Okay. So that means
We're
that
gonna
A
announce our
has to be
content War Eagle
positive.
time.
positive. Does that mean
Let's go
positive?
school.
Yep. Yeah.
We
Does that mean
have
positive?
in Miss Code Cap.
This goes down to -1.
Isabella
Well,
Grace.
well, anything
Is
above
the
-1
first
is
grade class that
positive,
showed
yeah.
true
Yeah, but
courage.
less than
Yeah, but less than 0.
She
Oh,
taught
oh,
and
no,
busted
no.
at the assembly. Good job, Isabel. Come get your prize.
So it's A.
Our second lower school
Okay,
is in
would you have gotten that without that
Mr.
explanation?
Anthony's
Yeah,
class.
probably.
We have Ian.
Probably not, right?
Yeah, I would have.
But now that you got it, it's like, okay,
He
that's
showed
pretty
great
simple, right?
behavior in line today. And
Really?
the
Yes?
program
Yeah, I
was
get it, but I can't hear
quiet.
what you're saying.
Courtesy.
Man,
Good job, Ian. Come get your prize.
Number A says it's small, it's greater
For
than
our
0 or
other
less than
That's a
school,
1.
positive
we
number.
have in Miss
Why would
Kittle's
it
class,
be,
we
why
have
would it not be C then?
Chloe.
because it says that A
No, I
is,
just said that
C.
oh, C is,
incorrectly.
it says that A is less than 0.
Oh,
Morning.
that's saying
Good job, you showed for being honest while being pressured by peers. You showed truthfulness, and that is huge. Come get your prize.
I feel my soul dying every 5
Oh,
minutes.
yeah.
Now at the bottom there, if you actually, if you want to, you're really curious and you want to do the language arts test, just Google PSAT 8-9 practice test. It'll
Oh,
be this
Miss
one that pops up.
Nicholas gave
If you want to do the
Avery
language arts thing and
Sanders
then
one for
we just did all,
volunteer to
unfortunately, you
recite
can't
the
do the math
poem
because we literally
first.
just did it all. So you already know
That
the
shows
answers. But I'm saying if
courage.
you wanted to see
Come
what your
receive
score
your
was,
prize.
it'll give you that little math right there. Notice on this one, question 13, 11, 12, and
Students, make sure
13
you're
on the
displaying our
non-calculator.
virtues
and
because
22
teachers
to
are ready to
25
pass
are all
out
the
some
ones that fill the
coffee and
blank
award,
ones,
equal award.
For the answers there.
Yeah.
Remember, we got 5.5 for number 13. And
Good
5
job,
for
guys.
the 12. We did 12. What, or was it 4? No, we did 12. We got the answer 5. No, we did 11. The answer was 3. Remember, it ended up being the y-intercept.
We did all of them.
We did?
Yeah. 11, 12, and 13.
It was 12. I don't remember doing that one.
That was the one I
It was
No,
what?
Ben- Ben-
That was the
Ben
one
chose
I
that
did.
one.
Yeah.
12 was the one about Rocco, but anger now. Well, no, that's the wrong. 12 was. Oh, it was the system of equations. And yeah, it was the system of equations.
Oh, that's right.
Scanning, imperfect, human. Robot. No.
All right, hey, no joke. Don't forget your calculators. I don't say that every class, but you can't forget your calculators. And make sure you have fresh batteries or charged batteries. One, two.
You just
Alright, I'm scanning you.
I gotta clear everything, so I'm gonna.
You
What
can
is
do this.
this?
You know I cleared that one. No one is using that one. This is taking a piece out,
It
so.
I
says,
have to use this one because I can't clear this.
Then you need to download it to your computer.
I can't because my computer doesn't work.
Well, then you're gonna use someone else's graphing calculator.
You can.
You do not want to walk in there with a non-graphing calculator. Trust me. There's gonna be a question on there that you'll be curious with yourself. Because Ben will get a higher score and you're gonna say, if I only would have had my graphic calculator, I would have gotten it. Right?
Scanning. Yeah, you're not a perfect human either.
no, scanning with this one.
Do you want us to stack some chairs?
Yes, please. Stack 4 chairs, 4 chairs.
Jack, I'm sorry to say this, but your test came in.
You're positive.
No, McKinley's doing this, scanning. So I wrote this. Oh,
Oh, you're on the program? Scanning.
no, I said this.
Scanning.
I just
Oh,
wrote the
very
program.
nice. Very nice.
My self-esteem is in the trash now.
You could program it so that,
It gives the right.
I'm saying you just say if the button number 7 is pushed.
There's no button number 7.
It won't do that.
What it is?
I'm saying, couldn't you put an input that so if they enter in 7, then it
No.
would do something?
So depending on the column, different number. This is column 1,
Ready to go home
column
and do nothing
2.
for the weekend?
Row, yeah,
That's
and then
how you
page 11, 12, 13,
Work on
14,
the
15,
PSAT.
21.
Cry
For
yourself
example,
to
in
sleep.
one,
That's
two,
my
three,
schedule.
four, it'd be 72 is number
In
7.
between that, now what? School's fine. Large area, about 17 hours.
Yeah, get key 7.
I thought it was an input.
No, get key is the one where you're searching get key, get this.
Oh.
So, Ben,
You're lighter.
if a fish,
Yes, it is.
then why do they get scales? Why I
Yeah,
get nothing but fleshy skin?
We don't
Why
have
do
to do
fish
that
have
exact
scales?
thing. We do it-
Why do fish have
But if you
I don't know.
that's
I don't know either.
tails?
I know why they have tails is for that's how locomotive force.
Scales are water repellent, helps them maintain their body temperature.
Oh, okay.
Well, why don't I get scales? I could
Because you
become a
don't need to